Hey guys, and welcome back to part two of this Russian Let's Play. We are midway through the invasion of the Ottoman Empire, and it's going as anticipated. They've mobilised, but I mean they aren't going to be able to. They haven't, in fact, taken their course from the Egyptians, which means the Oriental crisis failed for the Ottomans, which is again unheard of because normally the European powers, well, I say unheard of. I haven't seen it happen really that much, but then I don't really pay attention to this particular area until later on in the game. Normally the other European powers get involved and it tends to win. It tends to go in the Ottoman favour. Right, so continuing on now, the research is nearly done. We're invading Wallachia, which is, I think, Bucharest. I'm not going to say it. Bulgaria, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll probably be like causing many problems with the way I'm saying these now. But yeah, so just building these. Our factory in Kiev is nearly at capacity, which is why it's a good thing we're building the liquor distillery. I'm gonna send this 27,000 back or 30,000 now, and continue the invasion over here. As you can see, we've already reached it. Unfortunately, is it going up? Are we able to get the jingoism? Yeah, we are. If you get the jingoism, I will add cars. If not, then I'll just peace out for what I can get. Yeah, I am going to be able to get it, which is nice. Um, but other than that, yeah, like this is the immediate plan is to whittle the Ottomans down as much as physically possible because they're the weakest and largest nation near me, apart from China, of course. But China's not really going to be helpful right now. So we've got 18 infantry, which is quite a bit early game, to be honest. Other than that, though, we should be a-okay. Gonna remove that 3 stack out of there. Unfortunately, they haven't managed to siege that province. Siege that province from re-siege that province back from me. Good lord, you'd think that, given the fact that English is my first language, I'd be able to speak it, but apparently not. So Wallachia is entirely sieged down. We're just going to go and siege Istanbul because it's ridiculous. They just need to peace out. They've lost as it is. It's time to just accept that the nail is going to be in the coffin for you Ottomans. But a valiant fight you put up, I guess. Everything you threw at me, I crushed. But other than that, yeah, no, well done, Ottomans. Have yourself a little party. Great. So once Istanbul is siege, I doubt they'll have much will of a fight left. They still wanted to go. Still wanted to fight, yeah. That is fine. I'm more than willing to keep on battling and whittling you down. That is no problem to me. I mean, I'm sieging up your entire European province, while you're sieging up some mountains, and in this current day and age, arguably nothing really that of concern to me. And there is their peace deal that they've just sent to me. I'm gonna hope that it's everything I demand. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem. It is. So they're giving me everything I want. So and nice, there it is. There's the new Russian borders of the Ottomans. Got a nice straight line here, which is very strange. But then again, that is a thing for the Victorian era that has caused a large amount of problems in the past. That's why a lot of wars in Africa have erupted because the tribes never really, there wasn't a straight lines concept like borders. I believe that's how it worked. Well, that's at least what I was told by my history teacher. Could be wrong. Could be wrong, but it is what it is, isn't it? So the Iron Province here is significantly better than the Iron Provinces across in Armenia. But other than that, it doesn't really have much more. The only reason I want it is because it was more land. So at some point we're gonna have to get all these in here. Take over Kokand, Bukhara, and Kiev, or Kiva, sorry. So we just got railroads. We'll have to build them in, unfortunately, because we're on state capitalism. But other than that, it should be okay. We're going to get idealism for the extra research points, so we research stuff faster and quicker. Cars, I don't really want a clothing factory in Kiev in cars if I can help it. It's a bit pointless. I'm going to build a small factory, a furniture factory, and a paper mill in Moscow. Montenegro, we will take an alliance because once more you are the Slavic brethren. I am unfortunately banned from all of these states. However, I might be able to get Montenegro, so not that's much of a impact on nation. Because I mean, come on, guys, really, it's a bit meager, but I'm trying. I'm trying. So we've got another one done. 15,000 can go there. All this needs is 4 artillery and 1 horse. That's 5 units in total. And then after that, perfect. So I hate when that happens. So sometimes when you order your troops back, as soon as they touch your land, they just stop. And that causes a large amount of problems. I've still got my units chilling in what is modern day Romania, I think. So we're building an influence in Montenegro. Probably gonna want Qinghai, because they have some proper nice coal deposits, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Apart from India, which would be ideal to get this province of Bahai, which we're not going to get, sadly, because no. But I've lost my alliance. Oh no, I've still got both of my alliances with these two powers, which is uncommon, I must admit. But it is what it is, and I'll take that because it helps me a lot. So we're getting all the navy stuff is getting built for later on in the game. Other than that, I think we're doing all right now. I must admit, it's going rather well for me as it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send 4 armies to border the Chinese border in a hope that eventually, when these can be used, I will take Alta and Manchuria, because they will be the nicest places for me to take. I believe I could just take an entire sub-state from you, can I not? Increasing relations with me, I dare you. Demand concessions, acquire sub-state regions. Yeah, I can. So if I can acquire Manchuria. Tunis is getting annexed by France. I mean, that makes sense. They normally take over this. Historically they had all this region, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so we're just currently building all this in, hoping it all functions fairly well. The factories, the furniture factory and paper mill are 400 days away. I hope that my craftsmen are able. Well, there's enough craftsmen to maintain them, but there should be. Yeah, we've got over 1,000 unemployed here, which is good. In Kiev, I don't. Do I have? Where do I have steel or iron? Sorry, iron. So if I go down here, iron is around the Ural Mountain region. I might hope. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to try and build a steel factory in Kiev. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to have to move my industry away from Kiev and move it to just near the Ural Mountains. Because I do have steel, however, it's not the best because it's not. You get a bonus if it's in the state. If you have both resources of coal and steel in the same province, you get bonuses to your output. I'm going to increase my infrastructure just a little bit, purely because that will help me get my resources from A to B. Because right now, well, it's just forest. Whereas if I do this, hopefully there'll be some nice railroads. Which will also actually increase my soldiers, like they won't get damaged as easy, they won't take attrition as high. It will also mean that they can move faster throughout my territory. It will equally mean that my enemy, I believe, can move faster through my territory, but I doubt many people aren't going to be attacking me just yet. So that's fine by me. I'm going to continue to do this up until probably this. Actually, no, I could probably do it the entire way. It's not too bad. It's just a little bit, because normally in other countries, for instance, the UK or France or Germany, you'd have capitalists, which I could too. Don't get me wrong, yes, but I wouldn't have the direct control over the industry, so they'd build ridiculous things like luxury clothes, which requires silk, which Russia doesn't really have. If they have any silk at all, it's not going to be abundance of the quality of silk. It's going to be very poor, weak silk, which is definitely not what I want, which is why I'm going to focus on heavy industry just straight off the bat, which is what the coal and the glass factories are, because they're all coal, and I'm eventually building the steel mill as well as the lumber and all that sort of stuff, because it's uneasy work, if that makes sense. Like, it's heavy manual stuff, which is what's the most required early on. So we've got a lot of railroads building throughout the country, which is only a good sign. Just going to build up this unit just to the max. It's now lost her horse as well, which is not good. But that will just get recruited back in no time, and it should be a-okay. But right now, I'd say Russia's looking all good. The armies are moving across the mountains. Oh, we've actually lost a unit, which... Oh, dear me. I do apologise, which isn't good, but I've got enough armies about to reinforce it, so it should be okay. But yeah, no, my factories are nearly completed, which is nice to see. Yeah, all getting done. Over 2,000 unemployed in Moscow, which is perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but you know what I mean. It's better than there being too few people than too many. Better being too many than too few. So yeah, just gonna focus mainly on building up the army right now, because it's 100% the most important thing that I can have. Navy doesn't particularly matter right now, so the faster I rapidly mechanize my military and my industry, the better it will be in the long run. I'm already number 5 in the world in industry, which is good. I'm behind the United. I'm just behind the United States, not by much. I am. Who's number? I bet it's Belgium, isn't it? No, the Dutch. No, who's number 6? Number 6. The two Sicilies are number 6, which is very strange, to say the very least. So Montenegro is now my sphere, which is good. Qinghai is now cordial. We're able to start influencing Serbia once more, but I'd imagine we'll get pushed out very, very quickly, because the Ottomans are going to be very adamant that they aren't letting anyone in there. My units that arrived here are very, very hurt. Wow. Like, very hurt. Which, to be honest, has kind of shocked me. I'm going to get ideological thought so I can get more factories open by encouraging more craftsmen in more places. So yeah, this is good. This is a bit of a problem. I've got I have 4 stacks, and I've now got 3 and 2.5, which is not going to suit me or anyone for that matter of fact. It's only going to cause me problems. But other than that, I think we should be okay. Get out of Manchuria because it's got some nice coal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, coal. It's more or less most of it is coal, apart from one province which is grain. But I'm not really fussed about the grain. We're going to get this region, colonise that region, which is... I mean, is there a little bit of Russian? Yeah, there is a little bit of Russian, and then a little bit of Japanese at the same time. So it probably will be the Japanese have a core in it, so I'd imagine they'll probably attack me at some point for it, because Japan has the potential to get very, very strong in this game. So it's got to be a little bit careful of them, I guess. So continue to build up, even if I can't facilitate a full army. Whoops. It doesn't matter. You just continue to build. Actually, I can, because it's all on one continent, so the Asian troops can all build, which is perfect. So that means I should have another 30k stack, which will give me a decent amount of troops. I'm already got more than Prussia and Austria, which is good. I mean, I start with around that anyway, but the reformed army, shall I say, is better in those places. So my factories are complete, and in fact they are functioning very well, especially the one in Kiev. So we're going to increase these two. We getting machine parts? Machine parts, so we are getting cement, we are not. Cement, again, I think requires coal, if I'm not mistaken. Cement requires coal. So what we'll do, after just establishing a protectorate on this place, what we'll do is we'll go and build a coal a cement factory in Kiev. Let that build up, and as you can see, the steelworks has gone fantastically. We have a large amount of craftsmen now producing, which is perfect. Oh, I've just noticed that the timer has in fact gone over the 15-minute mark, which is what I said would be a set. Thank you very much for joining me on this part, which is number 2. I do look forward to seeing you in the next part that should be up possibly either today or in the next day. Thank you very much, and goodbye.